Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti down at the Terang Racecourse. Peter, it's a lovely day in Victoria. It's about 22 degrees, a little bit of breeze, and does not feel like February.
No, it's a beautiful day and made much better, Darren. That little bit of vision at the start was Tennessee Gold, bringing up win number 22.
And her first, so yeah. She was a filly that been a bit disappointing, Pete, and I was starting to wonder whether she was going to win a race, but as soon as I arrived on track today and had a look at her, she was shining, and the money come from the stable, Pete, and she was into 280 and the owners got on, so it was a great result.
Fairly handish when you get a polished performer like D Lane on it.
D Lane at Terang.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, anyway.
How was the birthday celebrations? I didn't hear from you for about 2 days.
Yeah, went into hibernation for 2 or 3.
A couple of empty bottles of scotch on your veranda?
Half of one.
Half of one?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Had a lovely trip up to Flower Day. And Flowerdale, should I say. We spent a night up there and then come back, and family day on Sunday, and hibernation since, and been on a diet ever since, Darren.
You're on a diet?
Yeah.
How long's that going to last?
I don't know, I reckon I'll faint by the end of this. The sugar, I've had no, sugar's been the big one out. Fair dinkum, now I know how much my body was relying on sugar because I'm struggling a little bit, but anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Got about 20 kilos to lose. I look like you.
Probably 10.
I'll be taking Johnny Allen's rides in the May Carnival.
Oh God, don't lose too much, you'll make me look fat. Alright, let's go back. We've got to go all the way back to Wednesday, don't we?
We had High Largo down at Pakenham. Just ridden too close, Darren, I reckon. I don't know if it's too much of a fault of the jock, but she just got to get back and ridden cold.
Well, it has to be the fault of the jock, doesn't it?
Well, she drew one.
Isn't that the jock where the jock put the horse?
Well, I suppose. She drew one and jumped too well.
Are you a jockey lover?
No.
Bloody hell. I thought it was a shit ride. So weary. Anyway, she ran 4th. Favourite. Probably should have. I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? Because it was a funny race. The thing took off in front and he might have panicked a bit, the kid. But anyway, that's what happens when you put kids on in distance races, Pete. No more.
Anyway, like, her wins all been out the back and get home. So
yeah,
anyway.
And she probably needed a bit of cutting the ground, probably. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. But anyway, yeah, we weren't happy with the ride, Peter.
No, we weren't happy with the ride.
Thank you.
And the result. Chateau Griffo, we're happy with this.
No chance, you said last week.
No, I must, yeah, we might put a bit of vision. I know who said no chance.
First start in a Blue Diamond preview.
100 bloody...
Got out to $150 or something, and someone boost betted it to 180 and it runs 3rd and pays about 20 something dollars.
Went like a twos on top of that, no luck.
And if it doesn't duck in at the 100, it probably wins.
And the two, first and second, are way ahead of the markets in the Blue Diamond, so time to get excited, Darren.
The dream lives on. It
does.
$50,000 Sebring filly from Easter. Robbie Griffith's done a great job with it, and she's Group 3 placed.
Yeah, so her value's up already.
Yeah, we already had one of the sheiks on the phone trying to pinch it.
Sheik.
So I had to tell him to sheik off.
Oh no, you got to keep living the dream there. It's exciting. It's nice
it's good. It's nice, and it's great for those owners. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. She's still paid up for the Blue Diamond, so we'll just see where she goes from here.
Yep. And then we stepped out on Friday. We had another exciting debut run with Think Babe, our So You Think, finishing 2nd.
Down at Werribee. Yeah, homebred by So You Think. Out of a good Savabeel mare that we raced years ago. Then unfortunately put a foot in the hole at a racetrack, Pete, and went amiss.
Yeah. And
yeah, this is her first foalder race, I think. So yeah, it went really well. Ran 2nd, and look, if he hadn't, he just was on the inside. He had to take a gap, and he just hesitated.
Yep.
And then when he went through, it was too late. But the winner won well. But he's a nice horse in the making, Think Babe, and I know all the owners are getting a bit excited. Pete.
One in particular is very excited. He's talking Dubai.
Oh, Dubai.
But look, it's good, and he'll step out in about a week's time at Pakenham.
Yeah, he'll go around again.
Yep. Also, we had Embroidery. She was on the steel up outside the leader and got tired late.
What do you think of the ride?
That was questionable. That's a real slam for me.
What did you think of the ride? I said
questionable.
It was shit, really.
There you go.
Jack, you're told not to dig her out of the gates. Got her over racing. Got her pulling. And then, of course, she's going to be shit house late.
Jack's going to unsubscribe, you know, to ATB-TV.
Well, what's the downside?
Yeah, anyway, she'll head to Ballarat next Tuesday for a fillies and mares race.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with that ride, Jack. I told him when he rang me that night too.
Jack was looking for the ride on Think Babe though.
Please.
Anyway, we went to the valley that night. And,
I
did.
I was in the last.
Yeah. And another questionable ride.
Who rode it?
Ben Allen.
What happened?
Ben ran 7th.
Oh, it went shocking, didn't
Yeah.
it? Yes, well, I got led astray.
There might be other excuses there.
Got led astray there, Moonee Valley Friday night.
You got led astray.
Ended up standing in the bar next to Christine Jeffries.
Drunk.
Not a good move when you got work to do.
Yeah.
Drink. Gee, she's a thirsty girl.
Thank Christ you can pre-train then.
Yeah, she was thirsty Friday night, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And it was hot. Look, we got a theory on that horse. Well,
Interesting
it wasn't my theory, it was the track walker's theory. Doesn't reckon he likes the lights. 3 times to the valley, failed every time. Flicks his ears every time he goes through the shadow.
Jumping his own shadows. Not putting in.
Never heard of that before.
One way to work out the theory, or to see if it's right, is get away from Moonee Valley.
And days, just race him in the daylight. So
I think the bigger tracks too, Darren. 2 wins he's been on big tracks.
he probably was a bit close in the run.
Yep.
And I know Darren thought he was too close in the run, and Peter thought he's had 4 runs under lights and he's failed at all of them when he's been pretty much favourite. So anyway, we'll put that to the test.
Yep.
Should have had Brad Wheeler on.
Don't
know why you didn't put him on.
Could mow the way.
Really?
I can't remember. I don't think so. I think they put the kid on to get in underneath the minimum weight, Darren. I think that was the
Great
reasoning.
theory.
Yeah. Saturday, we'll go to Flemington first, where Firehouse Rock jarred up.
Badly.
So
Jumped, travelled beautiful with cover. Brad thought on the corner he was just going to let down and win. As soon as he went for him, he stuck his toes in and said the ground's too hard, I'm not running. And you can see when he came back in the mounting yard, he was actually tiptoeing. He looked like he was in pain.
Feeling
and that horse is at the crossroads. We're just not sure what we're going to do there going forward now.
Yep. We went interstate to the Sunshine Coast up in Queensland. Red Handle.
Fair run.
Only fair.
It was only 1,000 and she's got a little issue, but yeah, 1,000 was far too short. Her best work was last 200. So in easier grade, she can win a couple more.
Yep. Typecast, came to the Grange, 4th, fair.
Just fair. Over raced a bit. I don't think he was over happy with the ride. He thought he rode it too aggressive.
Yeah.
She's another one that's probably, you know, mightn't be with us by July.
Basso Ascot, bit bewildered. Lou Luciano was after it.
He's got to the bottom of it.
He has?
He's solved the problem.
Right, is.
Well, he was disappointing in that run because he loomed up like he was going to win and didn't find the line.
Yep.
And he was most concerned about that. Instead of his post race, he was going to do a lung wash.
Yep.
And we just got the results through today to say that the horse has got some issues in his lungs. He's put it to like the terms of being an asthmatic.
Right.
And apparently it's fairly common for horses that go across to WA from here. So they do suffer from it and need to be treated for it. So he's probably going to give him a short spell and start again.
So bottom line, can be treated.
Yeah.
Yep. Righto, so that was the end of our runners up until today, where we were here. And obviously we've just seen the vision of Tennessee Gold and
yeah, well, congratulations.
Beautiful ride and a win.
Congratulations to everyone, to all the owners for being patient, and I think Darren Weir deserves a special mention for, you know, basically managing her through this, because I remember last prep when he said, oh, she's not ready, she's got to go out, and I think that's the second time that's happened. And he didn't want to cook her, so we put her out, and then, you know, the first couple of runs this time, especially her first run was disappointing. And then last time Dino actually said he thought he got to the front too soon and got it wrong. And then today, it's the best I've seen her look, Pete. She looks really good in the skin, and while she's tall, she's not wide, but she won with a bit in hand there today. And I know it wasn't the strongest field here at Terang Maiden, but I think she's got a bit of, you know, she can win a couple more based on that.
It was a good idea coming to here, not Mornington.
Big track.
I think she was able to just find a gate. Damien only had to sort of wake her up to get to the line. And
there's a big thing about flat track racing, and you know, I don't think a lot of people realise that there's a lot of horses that don't go up or down hills, and
tight corners,
and particularly horses that might be just, you know, I won't say they're weak, but they're not robust and strong and powerful. They just find it hard. So I think you've got to keep her on a flat track.
No, I agree. We also had our Port Moore kick-off, 3-year-old kick-off, start playing, but Yeah, face value, a bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, he ran last, so that was his debut run. His trials have been really, really good. He was a little bit of a handful before the start, wasn't he, out there tying up, trying to play stands. Yeah, look, maybe just it all got to him today. I noticed he sweated up a lot between the legs before he went out. He didn't really travel at any stage. He made a bit of a run in the straight, but weak and late. So, look, he looked a bit round. Whether Darren will have to weave his magic now to push on and see if he can get him going a bit better, but he ran well below par. And yeah, maybe the knife's not too far away for the bits and pieces.
The old knees are wobbling. Righto, so that covers. So we got a winner. We're happy. I think one winner in January. Was a bit lead after 5 and 4 in November and December.
Hard tracks hurt us badly. You know, didn't they? Because we put about 6 or 7 out, and
which a lot are just coming back in now.
And hard tracks really.
I think we did have half a dozen seconds. We had horses running well. But
no, those ones that went out could have all won if the tracks had more give in them. But anyway,
Anyway,
they'll come back.
We look ahead. We do have half a dozen runners to discuss. Eagle Farm will go to. Old mate Guest of Honour reappears interstate, and he's trialled up okay.
Well, he smashed him in a trial, and now Matty Dunn's pretty happy with him. He's just sent an audio through. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but so he's trained up there at Willumbar now, and he's first up at Eagle Farm on Saturday. So it'll be really interesting to see how the old boy goes, and with Matty Dunn can get him back into any sort of form.
I think back to his first up run for us in the Terang, he was beaten 3 lengths behind Trust in a gust.
And a run to race.
Well, we found that form, he'd be giving him a bit of a tickle up at Eagle Farm. But
then he went to the Cox Plate and he pulled a hamstring, and I reckon he's never been right since. So whether going the other way on the other leg helps, I don't know. But we'll be glued to the telly on Saturday to have a look at that.
So the jockey, son of a gun.
Who?
Luke Dittman, son of a young. What was his nickname?
Nick?
Mick Dittman. Yeah, Mick. What was his nickname?
I don't know, before my time.
Yeah, same. You said that out there to Adam Cretton too, and he'd love that.
He won't interview me again.
Luke Dittman, son of Mick. So, interesting. Barrier 4, so we'll see how he goes. Randwick, here's a bloke we'd like to see win. Where's Shaw?
I think he wins. Drawn wide.
Third
massive run last time.
Kid hunted down bloody Snowden for weeks to get the ride again.
And Peter said in the pre-race, at least he rides in the way he needs to be ridden. And he'll be back, he'll be wide, and he'll be hitting the line. And he'll
be better for that ride too, just having a feel on him. So
big chance.
Pretty keen on him. Caulfield, 2 bookends, Darren. What's happening there? Race 1 and race 8, or race 9.
Don't you love race 1 and race 9?
You just have to set up a little booth there and just try and sell a few shares in our horses.
Well, I thought I might go to race 1 and you can go to race 9. The wedding will be over by then.
It will be too. Probably
my obsession, Ben Allen. No weight.
Yeah, and it's a benchmark 84. We look, the rate is 74. So it's probably a lower rate of race than what she ran into the Valley.
Gets a chance.
The winner's from the Valley's in the race, but we made it a couple of kilos better.
We need to.
Drew 2. First time she's drawn a gate that we might be able to use.
Well, I just hope Ben rides her like he rode her the other day, or a little bit better. And if she runs and settles like she can,
great chance.
She's a chance to turn the tables.
Yep, I agree. And the end of the day, this bloke kicking off his campaign is a good old stayer Falago.
Falago first up, going there with no expectations. Just good to have him back, and he's getting ready for winter over distance.
Waterville Cup be a name for him, all going well?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's up to it, but maybe the wet tracks will bring him right into it.
It's perfectly timed to have another good winter. From there, so that's what we know. They're all accepted and ready to run. Nothing Monday, Sunday. We were going to have Magical Millie, but she just had a little issue with a cut in the leg, so she can wait another day. Tuesday, Himmiji Joe and Embroidery at Ballarat.
Ballarat Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, Himmiji Joe over 1400, which will be a nice little stepping stone from her first up run.
Yeah, well, we pulled her out today because she drew 17. Couldn't possibly win.
The way they're not running on was a good move.
Yeah, and I think Ballarat, there's a little bit of rain around next week. I don't know how much, but anyway, as long as the track's not too hard, she'll be right.
If she's trained on well,
and Embroidery will need to do a lot better than the first up run.
Yeah. That's all, Darren, apart from, I think we mentioned, Bay may go to Pakenham next Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah. Nothing at Ladbroke Park, I don't think, on Wednesday. Yeah, that sort of covers it. We've got a few trialling probably next week. Probably not so much tomorrow here at Terang, but yeah, we've got them sort of at all stages.
They're everywhere.
Yep.
All right, well, I don't really have a lot more, Pete. We just got all our colts back from the breakers, and they all look fantastic, and the fillies have all gone off to be broken in now.
Yep.
And the next sale we are off to is Sydney Classic. Have a look around there to see what we can find.
Yep.
And then I might even go to Launceston, Pete, the week after.
Launceston, jeez.
Never been to that sale.
I don't think I've ever been to Tassie.
Really?
No.
What?
Hint.
Might have to. Well, I could have sent you.
Do you need a passport for that?
No. And we'll have news on Heartbreak City probably next week on where he's going. Still weighing up whether he runs in Ireland or he goes to Dubai.
Yep.
So we'll have news on that next week.
Yep.
And Sunday the 12th, Pete.
Yeah,
big day.
We are going to
women's racing.
Venture to Michelle Payne's, and there'll be a little open day there, and obviously
on Sunday the 12th.
A lot of ladies have got invites to come along. And
10 a.m. if anyone wants to come along.
Yep, meet Michelle, see the horses, all three.
Then in the afternoon we're going to go to the polo.
You having a whack?
I've nominated you.
Oh, jeez.
Got your draft horse?
I was going to say Clydesdale.
Got your draft horse?
No, that'll be interesting.
I'll be videoing it.
You're allowed to be glued on saddles. They got seat belts.
You'll be right.
All right.
And I want to show you some footage of Christina Jeffrey here with her GoPro working one of our horses. Take a look at this. And until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti.
Okie dokie, this is the McPhee filly out of Potions. She's a bit of a cutie. This is just her little bit of road work that she's doing. So, because I don't really know how to use this GoPro properly, I am recording from the start. So this might go for quite a long time. But anyway, as you can see, she's quite happy. She's got her ears pricked, taking me out. She might be a bit fresh today because she didn't do much yesterday because she went to the trap the day before. But that's all right, we'll just hang on. That's the thing about videoing when you're riding, is you just have to take it as it comes. But anyway, it's a nice calm morning. It's usually the wind that upsets them out here. This is a really nice filly. She has a great attitude to things, and even if she doesn't like something, she just cops it on the chin and sort of just takes it all in and gives you a bit of a fair go, which is a really good quality. You never know what the road's going to deliver, whether there's kangaroos or birds or something like that out here, but that's okay. We'll keep my legs on and we'll do our best. Make sure there's no cars coming. Coast is clear. Come on, lovey. Most fillies shy at little things like birds, butterflies. Sometimes a big white elephant could be in the middle of the road and they wouldn't care about that, but a butterfly can be heart failure. Anyway, this is her. So obviously the video is bobbing up and down because I'm doing the rising trot. So she's just trotting nicely. You can see her ears are pricked. The horses quite like it out here. Sometimes they make out that they don't. That was her shying. But you know, it gives them plenty to look at. Just got to be careful of the rocks, obviously, but I just pick and choose where I go. Do the best by the horse. Now she'll probably know that I'm not 100% concentrating on her because I'm trying to do this video at the same time. So I have to be a little bit careful because at the end of the day she is just a 2-year-old, you know, and they do get a bit fresh and a bit playful. But look, she's an absolute lovely horse, really sweet. She's a nice mover, extremely comfortable. She's just having a bit of a shy, so we click her forward. She knows click means go. Just keep your legs on tight and push her forward and encourage her past it because she's honest, she's still going forward, still got her ears pricked. It's when they stop and want to face the other direction that you've got a little bit of dishonesty in your horse, but she's, you know, she hasn't been that type of horse at all. So anyway, this is her. Hi, this is the Master Craftsman out of Condover, 2-year-old colt, and he is going to be raced by Michelle Payne for ATB. He is a lovely big horse. As you can see, we're just standing here in the tie-up stall, so I've just got on him. And I'm just going to show you his road work. So He's a lot taller than the McPhee filly. And he's a lovely big horse, plenty of scope, a lot of distance between his ears and me, a lot of distance between me and his tail. He's a lovely big horse, a lovely big mover too. I really like him. Obviously when you get a bit of size like this, you get a bit of immaturity, but that's why he's in work. I mean, he's breezed up, he knows what he's doing. He's back in work, and education and exercise helps promote a bit of growth and maturity too. So he's a very quiet horse too, particularly for a colt. He doesn't say much. He's just sort of in the process of filling out. I'm feeding him as much as he can eat, and eat he does, and he loves his food. And but look, he's lovely tempered too. So you can see he too has his ears pricked. He's walking out. You've got to leg him on a little bit. He's a little bit lazier, but a lot of colts are if they're not playing. So he's going to go out the same way. He's a good boy. He's going to the track tomorrow. I call him Brutus, and it's not because he's a big brute, it's far from it. He's a really nice horse. Very well educated. Some of the New Zealand horses have been handled very well. We had a bit of a fight or two, and obviously I won. And it's good, you know. They've got to learn that go means go, whether they've got another horse with them or not, you know. When you're going to the winning post to win the race, you've got no mates leading the way. You're the one supposed to be leading and winning. So I'm just going to give him a smack with my whip and make him go forward. Good boy. That's it. A bit of gentle persuasion. You can see he's nice and straight. He's looking a bit at stuff. Come on. He's very honest as well. Nothing much sort of phases him. You've got to keep your legs on him a bit, because if he does find something that's scary, he can sort of shy quite quickly. But you know, it just means he's not a deadhead. You know, I'm just going to canter him a bit here to see him cantering up the hill. Again, I don't work him very hard either. He does everything right, so you don't need to drill him to the ground. There you go. Boy, wake up. Didn't want him to canter then, I just wanted him to go forward. He's just a little bit... Oh, we got a car, so we'll pull up. We'll go up here into the bushes, get off the road. Didn't cater for that, did we? So we get him out of the way. I've had cars go past him before. He's pretty good. We like being out of the way, and it's good for him to stop and look as well. That's good. Thank you. You get some good people out here that slow down and give you plenty of space. Then you get some idiots too, but anyway, you just gotta get out of the way and keep yourself safe. Bruce is like, I've stopped, I don't want to go. Come on, buddy. Come on. Off he goes again. Boy. Get him to drop his head. His head's come up a little bit. Good boy. That's it, good boy.